So welcome to this series where I'm going to show you how I analyze my games. Okay, so I am a 2300 rated player in chess.com in Rapid. In Blades I have something like 2100, 2200, and I play an unrated game against a 2100. Okay, what's a Blitz game? So most people make the mistake of analyzing their games using the tools that chess.com, chess.com or Chess give you. And these are great tools, right? The analysis bar, the engine, right? All these tools are great. And I use them, my students use them, but the problem is like most people don't have a lot of time to do this, maybe because you have other things to do, right? And you are like misusing this because basically you should spend some time, quality time, doing this task. Okay, and the reason why you should spend some time is not because you like must spend 30-40 minutes like a professional player, but it's more like you need to develop the skill of knowing what you're looking for. Okay, so if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of time to check your games, I will give you a tip. So there is a moment in chess in your game where you start to make mistakes because you are unsure about what could be the next step, the next move, the next plan. Okay, most people reach this moment of uncertainty when they reach the middle game. Okay, it's like when you are, the reason why people love openings is because openings give you a fake feeling of what to do. Okay, of knowing what to do, how to proceed with a game. That's why people love openings and studying openings. But what happens when you get out of the book and now you're in the middle game? Or what happens when the opening you studied doesn't go the way you expect? Well, you enter into a moment of uncertainty, and in this moment is where you start to make a couple of mistakes. Okay, so once you understand this, what you gotta do is pick that moment, and it's important for you to know and be honest with you. Okay, around what point I started to play like I felt uncertain. Okay, and that happened to me in this game. In this game, for example, I play a Najdorf. I love the Sicilian Najdorf. I play other defenses, but this is one of the main lines I play. And after, I don't know if you hear the airplane, but after knight d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6, right? This is called the Najdorf defense. All right, bishop d5. This is one of the most aggressive lines against this defense. I play e6, f4, h6, bishop h4, queen b6. Okay, this move, this is called a poison pawn because basically I'm attacking the b2 pawn and I'm also getting unpinned, right? Now my knight has more mobility. Well, the main line is playing something like queen d2, accepting the fact that the black queen is gonna take on b2. So I took the pawn and I'm getting a pawn. Now, I'm getting a pawn, but in exchange, white has compensation because white has more development. This is a line that I wouldn't recommend to a beginner, right? I just want to show you how I reached a position where I felt uncertain. I felt a lot of doubts about the position, but I'm not saying that I recommend you to play this opening at all. My opponent took on f6, I took back, he played f5. This is a well-known study line. I play knight c6, developing my knight. He captured, I capture, he played rook b3, attacking my queen, and I play queen a5. Okay, holding this pressure. So one thing that I want to do or want to provoke is my opponent moves the knight. He's not gonna do it, but if he does it, I can simply capture the queen. That's basically my idea. Well, I want this trade because, as you can notice, I have an extra pawn. That's helpful. That's good for me, right? So if I can trade some pieces, that's amazing. That's why I'm holding this tension on this diagonal. My opponent played bishop d3, finishing his development, and I played bishop e7. All right, the computer doesn't like this move. Probably, we are in move 15, so it's kind of hard for me to remember all the theory. Here, basically, the best move is the pawn to d5 to provoke d4, and I can finally, trade here. For example, if my opponent castles right now, I can play d4. here, I guess. This could be a good move. Probably. Well, he has knight b1. Another possible move here is bishop b4, which is actually more aggressive. And b4 is coming. So d5, I think it's a wonderful idea. d5 is a move that I made, but not now. I played bishop e7, my opponent played castle, and then I started this plan h5, which is a thematic plan. You know, most of these ideas, most of these plans are already studied. Once you are over 2100, most of you, like in the main lines, at least the main lines you play in the opening, you already know like 2 or 3 plans in the middle game. And you know, basically, if you cannot memorize the whole let's say line move by move, there are a couple of ideas that are in your head, right? So h5, h4, h3 is a common idea here that allows me to attack. He played king g1, I play h4. My idea is to provoke some damage into his castle. He played queen e3 and I play h3, sacrificing the pawn. Here he captured. The best move here is just advance the pawn. He captured here, and yeah, this move is not great for white. Then I have the move queen e5, centralizing my queen, and this is a very good spot for the queen. Basically, I'm giving up the material I had, right? Because right now, in terms of pawns, we are both equal, but I have compensation, a lot of compensation, because I have this activity on the H file. Best moves for black are queen, bishop d7, queen to e5. I ended up playing d5, which is not a great move because now I can allow him to, you know, provoke some attacks on the e file. However, this position is not pretty clear. It's not very easy to play. For example, if he takes here, this was my intention, right? I was expecting him to take on e6. I can take with the bishop, and now my position is great because h3 is falling. Basically, with d5, I was, you know, expecting that he takes on e6, and if I can take with my bishop, I'm much better. That's what I wanted from this position. But so far, I haven't reached my position of doubt, my position of where I start to feel uncertain about my next move. He played rook b1, and how you can notice that I am very happy about this position, you can check my time, you know. This was a 3 minute plus 2 second game. So as you can see, I feel very comfortable about my position. Maybe I haven't found the best moves, but so far, you know, as you can see, the engine says that I'm slightly better. Not only that, but I haven't consumed a lot of time, you know, from a it was a 3 minute plus 2 second game. So I haven't reached the moment where I felt uncertain yet. Until I play queen c5, expecting the trade. Again, I think like part of the reasons why I am making inaccurate moves in this game is because I'm expecting moves from my opponent. I was expecting queen takes c5, he didn't. I still better. I think like maybe d4 was the best move. Sure, because after queen here, rook takes h3, I missed this tactic. It is a nice tactic, but at the same time, I'm a little bit worried about my king that is in the center. Maybe that's why I avoided d4 directly. I'll play queen c5, he played this move. This move actually is not, you know, I don't feel like it's very good because I have bishop d6. Now this allows me to add a lot of pressure, and thanks to this bishop, I won the game. Queen to g4, and now you can see how I'm consuming more time, right? Now I am below this moment where this move below 2 minutes, right? So here I already have a good position. The move that I missed was pawn takes. To be honest, I didn't see this move because after pawn takes, what is the move that I have? Okay, probably queen e3. Sure. To play rook h3. This is wonderful. Bishop here, and then queen e5. Oh, this was a very, very nice move. I missed, to be honest with you. Here and here, very nice move. Yeah. It is important to capture here because you track the pawn on d5. This was a very smart move, right? That's why queen g3, I dislike the move queen g3 because it allowed me to play bishop d6. What I missed was pawn takes in this queen maneuver that is brilliant. I love it. I ended up playing queen f2, and I still conserve my advantage, but after queen g2, here's where I reach my moment of doubt, because, okay, for me, queen g2 was pretty clear, okay? Queen takes g2. Queen h4 was another option I was considering, but as you can see, queen h4, queen g2, both of them are good moves. Okay, as you can see, the trend, if I play queen h4, queen g2, is like minus 1.78, which means like I have a clear advantage. In case that you don't know it, the numbers mean like the, you know, how good you are. If it's a black color, it means that black's better. So I'm better, okay? But the problem is not the move. The problem that I had here was the, okay, and if I take what's next, I wasn't sure about it. In fact, I took here, you know, it took me almost more than 10 seconds to make this move. He captured, and now I didn't know how to proceed in this position. You know, here the computer says that the best move is bishop d7, finishing the development. I didn't know what to do. I was planning to play d4, but this only helps the knight to improve on b6. I was planning to advance, but I'm gonna cut up my bishop. Probably the best move, like the computer saying, is rook h4. But still, it's hard for me to see what's going to be the end result of that rook, because what I'm doing here, basically, right? I feel like the idea of rook h4 is to tie down the white's pieces, because if you play rook h4, he cannot easily play knight a4. And knight a4 is a very like common idea. If he makes that move, I probably can take on d5. As you can see, I'm better, but I don't know what to do. So finally, I found my doubt moment, like the moment where I started to feel uncertain. And the result of this is that I'm going to start to use more time on my clock. You know, I like 2-3 moves ago, I had like more than 2 minutes. Now I almost have like 1 minute, right? I spent a lot of time here, and I ended up playing at rook g8, which is not very great. He played rook f3. Now I play bishop e5, but again, I need to improve the position of my bishop. I guess that the reason why I didn't play bishop d7 is because I was afraid of rook b7. But this infiltration idea looks good on paper, but at the same time, it's like, what are you gonna do with a rook? The rook cannot go here, nor here, nor here. I can play rook here. I guess he will make rook king g2, defending everything. Rook h4, let's say. And yes, the reason why I'm better here, and this is what I didn't understand, is that my opponent's pieces are tied up. He cannot play like very well. He can make something like this, I guess. But again, pawn takes. I feel good here, to be honest. He has this move. I have this move. Knight check. King here. King e7. Here, here, and now here. And then I can play rook a4. This line is very straightforward. We both are in, you know, we both have like similar material, but my pieces are more active, right? Rook here is coming, so yeah, I think like I'm better, but then the rook can come to h2, attacking here. This bishop is pretty strong, to be honest. That's why the computer prefers my position. I play bishop e5, he capture, I capture here with this pawn, and as you can see now, I am below 1 minute. So basically, guys, what I'm trying to say is like you should spend more time here, okay? What you're gonna see after this is like a series of mistakes that we both make because we are below 1 minute. So it's not very like instructive. Okay, of course you can learn something about it, but my main point of this is like, if you don't have a lot of time to check your games, before you check the engine, try to play the game by yourself and try to don't look the evaluation bar, the suggestion of the computer. In fact, I will suggest you to turn off the evaluation lines and feedback options here, I mean these ones, so you don't have access to any sort of suggestion. And after that, you go to the position where you feel it was more critical, and once you got it, try to understand what happened, right? Here, I didn't know what to do. Bishop b7, I was afraid of rook b7. Now I realized that this was fear, and this was like with any solid foundation behind. I could play bishop d7, finishing my development, and then rook h4, rook h8, rook h4 is a very nice idea that allows me to hold a lot of pressure on the 4th rank. For that reason, these pieces are tied up. And if he tries to release the pressure, I can take back and I'm gonna be better. Something like that happening during the game, because after this, pawn takes e5, pawn takes e5, knight e2. I took with the pawn, but I'm still better, you know. Maybe I'm not being very accurate, but I'm better. I should play rook h8, yeah. He played rook here, I played bishop e6, knight f4, but this was a very nice move. Rook here, 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 here. We ended up reaching this position. here I capture here, I capture on h2, I'm winning this position, but I blunder, right? But the best move is just like rook a3, and if he plays rook b3, I have rook a2, bishop takes probably, and now I can simply play king g6 and I'm much better. You know, I have like, even if he takes in this position, I take here and I have 2 extra pawns. But not only that, the king is pretty exposed, pretty exposed. And what happened is like a couple of moves later, I made a lot of mistakes. Then he makes this move, I'm still winning. After this capture, I'm still winning, but he made the mistake of putting the rooks here. You know, this was my initial fear in the game. And once he finally managed to put his rook on the b7 and on the 7th rank, I checkmated him. Because like I said, the king is pretty exposed. This is a checkmate, and that's how I beat a 2100 rated player. Okay, so again, it's very important. If you're serious about chess and you want to improve and you're stuck for a long time, it is important for you to have like a framework that you can use to analyze your games, so you can learn from your mistakes. Okay, so you are able to see the patterns that are holding you back. For example, here I should play something like rook h4, adding pressure, bishop d7, consolidating my position. I didn't because I was afraid of rook b7. It was a fear based on nothing. I just play out of the fear of it. Bad, right? Now I know that I should like play better. But the other thing is like, if you don't have a lot of time, which is comprehensible because maybe you're someone who has like a lot of things going on, at least try to go for those situations and analyze and study those situations where you failed, when you were in doubt, you know? That's very, very important. Of course, there are a lot of things you can study from a game. For example, I could spend more time investing and understanding what are the things I can do better in the opening, because for example, this is a very sharp idea in the opening, but that's not the point, right? I just want to show you like what is the minimal effort you can do, but at the same time in a way that is very effective, right? So that's why I recommend you. Now, if you're serious about it, I have a free masterclass on how to study from your own games using the game review tool in chess.com. I promise you it's not like the generic thing that only shows you the things that you already know. It's like more in depth, right? What's the mindset behind it and how you make sure that this is more accurate, in fact, and effective. In fact, this masterclass is a recording from one of my group coaching lessons that I have in my, let's say, mastermind, and you know, that's a recording from one of these sessions that I prepare, and it has and it contains the structure that every chess player needs, just in case that you want to, you know, improve your chess. If that's not the case, then it doesn't matter. But if you're very serious about this, I highly recommend you to try this. And how you can access to that? Well, I'm gonna leave the links in the description of this video, so you can enter to that. You can join my community and you can go and watch this free masterclass. So this is it from today. My name is Diego Villanueva. I'm your favorite chess coach, and see you on the winning side.